So as preschool owners and also parents ourselves with young kids, for the last 10 years or so that both of us have been in Roswell, we've recognized that there's just a need for weekend places that we can take the kids where they're playing safely and the adults can also have fun and actually have a conversation with each other. So as we were working on building out the space, we knew we had to make it perfect for families. So created a huge 20,000 square foot space with turf area, playground, open play space, a stage, somewhere that you can really bring kids from 0 to 10 and they can all have a good time, while you also can enjoy some time with your friends and have conversations, have a few drinks, snacks. So it's really got something for everybody.
Welcome back to Brew Talks. I'm Steve Stroud. I'm president and CEO of Roswell, Inc. We're the economic development organization here in the city of Roswell.
And I'm Andy Williams, president and CEO of Visit Roswell, the official destination marketing organization for the city, charged with driving tourism throughout the community. First off, a very special thank you to Wellstar North Fulton Hospital. They are our presenting sponsors for Roswell Brew Talks and the reason we're able to make this happen. And today, two very special guests. We have Kelly and Jamie here, who are from a local, very well-established and successful preschool, but the epitome of entrepreneurs who are really thinking about their business model creatively, and they've done a really good job by opening up a new business here in Roswell that identifies a need that's really been a need for quite some time. And that facility and that business now is called Recess in Roswell. And we're going to get into the backstory of how this all came to be. But essentially what this is an opportunity for you to have a good time with your family, with your children in a safe environment, while you can indulge as an adult and maybe some motivational beverages while your kids are able to run freely and have a good time together. I want to walk it back though. Like we're going to take it back and talk about where this idea even came from, and really kind of you guys having just the ability to move forward and make it happen. So Kelly, Jamie, tell us kind of what the idea of Recess, really where it originated from and kind of how it came to be today.
Sure. So as preschool owners and also parents ourselves with young kids, for the last 10 years or so that both of us have been in Roswell, we've recognized that there's just a need for weekend places that we can take the kids where they're playing safely and the adults can also have fun and actually have a conversation with each other. So as we were working on building out the space, we knew we had to make it perfect for families. So created a huge 20,000 square foot space with turf area, playground, open play space, a stage, somewhere that you can really bring kids from 0 to 10 and they can all have a good time, while you also can enjoy some time with your friends and have conversations, have a few drinks, snacks. So it's really got something for everybody.
Yeah. On that note too, one of the things we joke about is we mentioned it's almost like a dog park, like one of those fetch dog parks where it is a safe environment and people can come there and let their dogs run wild. And in this case, it's kids. And have a good time. So paint a picture for our viewers, our listeners who are probably trying to envision, what does this physically look like? What can we expect if we're going to bring our children there? What's the lay of the land with the aesthetics and how it operates?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's funny you mentioned fetch, because with this being such a new concept and pretty unique, a lot of people have said, well, wait, this kind of sounds like fetch for kids. And it is in a way because it's a community space. So being that we're in Roswell, this is such a community-minded place. We have 30% of our residents have children, and we're all looking for a way to get to know each other and our families, but there aren't that many places to actually do it where you can have an uninterrupted conversation. So we have a very well-gated playground. As Jamie mentioned, it has a big turf space. I have noticed that the older kids tend to gravitate to going over there. Neat. They can throw a ball, they can play kickball, whereas the younger kids are playing on the actual play set. And then the stage allows us to host special events there. So there's a stage. We've had a guitarist come in and sing on the weekends. We've also added sprinklers and water features so that in the warmer months of summer, the kids can stay cool while the parents can actually sit and enjoy their cool beverages. There is a full snack bar and bar. So that's perfect for those of you who don't want to bring a snack from home, but also want to be able to get a beverage and sit with friends. You can bring in food from the outside. So if you want to bring pizza or your Friday night meal, you can bring that. We're totally cool with that. And there's plenty of picnic tables as well as TVs. So if you want to catch the latest sporting event, if there's a Braves game on, golf, tennis, you can also enjoy that. So a little bit of everything and a little bit of something for everyone.
Yeah, it's, seeing it's incredible. Especially when you're used to seeing, there was 2 trailers there that were used for classrooms, and now it's this expansive playground. It's a perfectly leveled, turf area. Love the pavilion that you've got with the TVs hanging down with the tables. You do have that stage, which is really cool. So really no stone left unturned. And it really does make a statement and have an impact when you roll up on it for the first time and see it. And you had mentioned, the snack bar, the bar for the parents, and walk us through what are some of those items that you can order. So, because I know you're not going to go there and get a filet mignon. Nobody expects that. But it is nice to be able to put something on your stomach if you need. If you got a kid that's begging you for something, okay, we've got access to it right here at the roll-up window. What are some of those examples of some of the menu items?
Yeah. So from the bar perspective, we have everything from fresh mixed cocktails. So there is a bartender back there shaking margaritas.
So
it's legit. Plus we have beer on draft. Right now we've got one of the variant beers on draft. And we also have canned options, mocktails, cocktails, beer, wine, you name it. From a drink perspective, we've got it. And then snacks. The number one seller is popsicles. So of course we've got popsicles for the kids. We've got PB&Js. We've got meat and cheese. We've got a lot of just fruit pouches, fruit cups. So really all the easy grab and go items that you'd want for your kids and family. And then we're also, certain events, we're also doing food trucks. So we'll have a food truck come up, partner with us, so you can get a full meal and really spend the whole afternoon there.
Right now, it is $10 a child to come play. And then for special events like our Sprinkler Saturday, and then we have a Father's Day event this weekend as well, our Grill and Chill, it's a per family price. And you can buy that ahead on the website in case you're worried about the day selling out. Some of our bigger events we have had to cap, which has been amazing, great community response. And then we are looking towards memberships for the future. So as we're kind of feeling out the needs of the community and hearing the feedback, we are looking towards going towards a membership model as well.
It is, I'm assuming, available for rental for a full buyout. So if I, for example, have a family reunion or a shower of some sort, for example, great place for that. Yeah. That is something that you're open to doing and are currently doing now?
Yeah, absolutely. I think every weekend we've been open, we've had at least 2 parties booked already.
Oh, there we go.
So birthday parties, we had a bridal shower, we did end of year baseball parties. So you name it, we can do it.
Graduation
parties.
Yeah, see, I could see this all.
So our main party time is Saturday morning, but we've got different options. You can have the whole place, you can have a bar package, you can have a partial rental, so you can reach out to us and we can certainly make something happen.
We can bring in our own caterer if we need to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can bring in your own outside food, just can't bring in your own outside alcohol.
Makes sense. Well, one of the things we always talk about with North Fulton is we got a lot of big population around us. People oftentimes think of Roswell still as a small community, but we're pushing 98,000 in population, roughly close. Around that. Then you factor in your Alpharettas, Woodstock, Sandy Springs, all Johns blends. Creek, Milton, wherever. I have to imagine y'all are pulling families from all around the local, respective Roswell area. What have you seen? Have you seen any trends as far as where people are coming from? Is there anything you're seeing where you're like, wow, they came from a long way away just specifically for this? I'd love to hear about what your audience looks like.
Yeah, we have been so encouraged by the response because we thought we would mainly be hitting Roswell and Alpharetta families. And we've had people coming to meet mutual friends, some who are based in Cumming, Buckhead, let's meet in the middle in Roswell. Have you heard of this recess space? And a lot of the people we thought would know us personally or be coming from, our friend groups or people we know in the community. And we have had people who have just heard us about from social or other friends letting them know. So it's been really exciting that we've really been garnering the whole greater Atlanta metro area, I'd say.
Yeah, you're
certainly
pulling
a
in from
proof
everywhere.
of concept. It's real. We've realized there is a huge need for this, not just in Roswell, but across the metro Atlanta area, especially people coming ITP. That's always exciting.
Yeah.
And the plan is year round, right?
Somehow.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll likely probably close, December, January, depending on weather. We think fall is going to be fantastic. Summer is going to be great with the sprinklers and water days. Fall, once football rolls around.
Oh, yeah.
We're working on installing a really large screen TV on the stage.
Nice.
I know you said go Dogs. We will also be featuring our Gators.
I knew it. Little
but we'll play to the audience.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, hopefully it goes year round, depending on what the weather will allow us to do.
I'd love to know, you guys, clearly have invested a lot in it. It looks fantastic. Anybody could roll up on this thing and look at it and be like, okay, they put some money into this thing. But with that becomes, maintenance and things like that. And, what are some of those things where you envision, hey, does the turf eventually have to be replaced? What are those types of things that, because, when families think, oh, we have to pay a $10, copay to get into this thing. Well, yeah, for good reason, though, because you're also paying to maintain the facilities and to keep them top notch. Is that something that you guys have kind of taken into consideration as far as what that looks like? And are there particular areas where you're kind of like, hey, this might be a little bit more of something we've got to pay attention to versus this will last a lot longer? Like, what does the upkeep of the general area look like?
Yeah, I think the turf decision is a more expensive decision than going with lawn. But we also recognize that a lot of places around town, like for example, Alpharetta switched from their green space and made it turf because it does hold up longer. So it's an expensive investment, but it's an investment that's long-term. We do have landscaped areas, of course, that will always require upkeep, but we also have a staff. So we have a full-time GM, and then we have referees who are actually working and making sure that trash is being taken out, tables are being cleaned off, and that children are playing safely. So we have a staff, of course, we've got to support, the bartenders as well. And then some front desk, or I say front gate people as well, who are helping giving you the lay of the land. There's also really nice indoor bathrooms that we put in so that kids can be changed. They're kind of stocked with a little bit of everything. You got a dirty clothes situation. We've got some bags in there, no problem. We are very like-minded parents, and we know what the families might need. There's even some breath mints in there as well.
There
so
you go.
A little bit of everything. And then obviously bringing in entertainment as well for the guests to enjoy, whether it's face paint, a Disney princess feature, or the guitarist, things like that. That obviously costs money. And then the water does cost money as well.
Oh, yeah, sure. Absolutely. So, Roswell was established by entrepreneurs. We established straight out that you two are entrepreneurs. What's the next big dream?
Oh boy, Jamie. Probably have to ask my husband. I would not say I'm actually an entrepreneur at heart. So we didn't really talk about our team, the owners. So we're sisters, and then my husband is part of it too. He's really kind of the dreamer with the big ideas. I have a corporate background, so I've spent the last 16 years in corporate America. Kelly has an education background and fitness studio management. So we really kind of bring everything to the table together. I always say I'm the string. My husband, Chris, is the kite. So he's got the ideas. He's flying away. I'm the one going, all right, hold on, bring it back down. So I think we bring just a lot to the table to make well-rounded decisions. But no next idea. We're going to make sure we sit on this one for a little bit and make it successful.
Right. Yeah, next. There's probably like 10 different franchises.
Yeah, I can see it.
I will say there's always, my little dream is always a bougie coffee shop. So, we do have some fancy cold brew on tap at recess. And so that's my small actualization of the coffee coming to us on site. And it is kind of fun to give that little offering. But yeah, I think we are very focused on making sure that this concept gets up and running. I mean, maybe it's franchisable. We'll see.
Yeah, there you go.
And a little off-menu hint, if you are listening to this and come, you can order the Kelly at the bar, which includes the nitro coffee mixed with a little something else. So.
Yes. So if you want to be up all night and into tomorrow and meet me at recess the next day without a wink of sleep, then you should order the Kelly off the menu.
Well, it sounds like recess, it needs to be in summer sipping next year.
I agree. Absolutely.
I could see that in the non-alcoholic and the alcoholic version. I could see it both directions.
Most definitely.
We will be ringing the doorbell on that one next year for sure.
Yeah, perfect. It's been fun kind of coming up with some things to offer based on what the community's asking for when they come to the window. And our GM or our owner, Chris, of course, is playing bartender in his newfound life, I'd say.
I love it. I love it.
And Kelly, for example, is a massive Chardonnay drinker.
Andy, I love you. Chardonnay and I are just not friends, and we don't want to know each other. Is there even Chardonnay on our menu? No, absolutely not.
Blacklisted the whole thing.
Yeah, go with some Sauvignon Blanc for sure, or some Rosé. Sorry, if you want Chardonnay, it's not happening.
Well, you got a lot of viewers. We do have a lot of viewers for this, and obviously a big population, around us, and we want them to have access to find out more information to discover you all. So if anybody's looking for more information on Recess in Roswell, what's the best way? Social media, website, where can they get what they need?
Yeah, you can follow us on Instagram at Recess in Roswell to see the latest. And then our events calendar is posted on our website, which has all of our hours and open times, and that's recessinroswell.com.
And then go ahead, tell them your street address, because I think people are going to be like, East Roswell, West
gotta check it
Roswell,
out,
North
yeah.
Roswell, South Roswell, where are we at?
We're at 11510 Woodstock Road. Yes.
Perfect. That's at the intersection of Woodstock Road and
Crossville.
92 Holcomb
92.
Bridge. Yep, right there near Roswell High School.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We'd love to
Well,
see
ladies,
you. Come join us.
Oh, yeah,
Super
absolutely.
fun. And if you do come and one of us three are there, please make sure you introduce yourself if we don't already know you.
Perfect.
Well, a compliment to all three of you and being involved in the city, getting plugged in and jumping in both feet. It's, as a lifetime resident, entrepreneur myself, it's great to see this energy, right? Because you all are the next generation. I'm a little grayer, got a little more time. I'm not done. I got lots of ideas for what Roswell, but you're exactly what I always anticipated Roswell to be, as part of a family, community-oriented place. Everybody wants that. Everybody wants Mayberry.
It's hard
But
to
I'm
get
not
to,
sure I
though.
want Mayberry with an open jail, right? I want Mayberry with a place for my kids.
Yeah.
And you probably heard me say this before. I raised 3 girls here. I want those 3 girls to be able to come back here, bring me grandkids here, and make this just the greatest place that anytime you cross the bridge on the Chattahoochee, you come into Roswell, you say, it's so nice to be home. And you guys are a part of that. So thanks for the fabric that you bring
course.
to strengthen
Yeah,
the
thank
weave.
you.
I think
Appreciate
we love
you.
how involved even just our kids are at a young age.
Oh, yeah.
Jamie and I's kids, I've got my kids helping me wipe down tables and
There you go.
like, let me run this over. And our kids are enjoying it so much, it doesn't even feel like work. So
There you
that
go.
that is definitely worth bringing this concept to life.
That's right. Start them
Awesome.
young.
Thanks for your investment. And as we
you.
always say, raise a glass. It's always a great day to do business in Roswell. Thanks
Cheers
for doing
to
business.
Cheers.
Cheers.